Hello, it's Steve Mills here. I've got a couple of thoughts for you around the power of headlines. I'm sure you've heard me say this before if you've listened to any of my videos, and that is that the headline is the advert for the advert. That used to be the case when we were advertising in newspapers and magazines, and it's still the case in the modern digital marketing world, whether we're talking about web pages, landing pages, emails, blogs, social media, videos, and so on. So the headline is the advert for the video. The headline is the advert for the social media post and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to demonstrate this and I've just been working on my website, actually looking at my headlines and practicing what I preach. I'd like to just show you what I've done. Before I do that, let me just tell you about a very quick story about how powerful this is. Several years ago, I worked for a company who'd been spending £2,000 per month on advertising. They'd got zero leads in 6 months, so they spent 12 grand, zero leads. I looked at the advert and I said to them, look, we can't continue like this. So this was on day one, okay? So the first time I'd worked with them. And I said, we need to do something with this. We need to either pull it and stop doing it or try and improve it. And they said, well, try and improve it then, Steve. Now, the advert, the headline was the name of the company, right? The name of the company. And what I did is I changed, I think it was about 6 or 7 words. Rather than having the name of the company, I put local authorities save 20 to 30% on recycling costs, because that's what this advert was for, a piece of machinery that did that. Now, very long story short, in the next month, when the advert went live, it got 5 leads and 2 sales of £2.5 million each. So inside 10 minutes of my time, I made them £5 million in additional unforeseen profit. Now, let me show you what I've done with mine. Hopefully, I'll have the same result. That would be very, very nice. Let's see. Let me show you what happens. Just bear with me a second. Okay. So what I've done is I've taken the name of my product, which is the Results Mastery Mastermind Program. This is my group program where I help and advise businesses in terms of how to market themselves. And I've changed the headline. I've tested a different headline. Let me show you what the new one is. Your path to business mastery begins here. Follow the steps to success with the Results Mastery Mastermind program. Now, you could say, well, that's a little bit too long, Steve, and I get that. You could be right, but only time will tell whether I'm right or I'm wrong. My point being that by trying something different than that, which doesn't really tell anybody, that could be anything. That could be a fitness program, or it could be a speed learning program. It could be anything really. Whereas this at least tells you that it's business mastery begins, follow the steps to success. And it tells you that. Now, here's another one. This is my Results Mastery Hub, which we constantly tell people how fantastic it is. And it really is an unbelievable product. I think it's the best in the world. And just in way of openness, this is something we've white labeled, not ours, but you can buy it from us at a great price, by the way. But it was called that. It's now called Say Goodbye to Mediocrity, Achieve Pinnacle Marketing Performance with the Results Mastery Hub. Excuse me. So, again, do I know which one's going to work best? No. Do I suspect that this one, compared with this one, I'd say this one would probably outpull this one. I believe that this one will outpull this one. Is it the best it could be? Probably not, but in a little while I could test different headlines to see if I could improve the performance. So that's all I've got to say, really. I hope that you take that on board. We've got 2025 coming up. I'm recording this in December of 2024, but it doesn't really matter when it is. Or, when would now be a good time to test your headlines to see if you can improve the performance and generate more leads? The answer is now, whenever that might be for you. Thanks very much for listening. If you want to know more from me, go to our website, results-mastery.com, and take a look around. There's loads of useful and valuable information. Thanks very much for listening.